I'm Sally Abe and I'm the consultant chef at the Conrad St James in Westminster. So today I'm going to be cooking venison tartare with straw potatoes, smoked egg yolk puree and pickled walnut. So this is a dish that is quite close to my heart. I just really enjoy cooking it. So the cut of venison I'm going to use today is haunch, so it's part of the leg of the animal. I'm using the top of the haunch as it's a bit softer as it's less worked muscle. The venison will have been aged for sort of a week to 10 days. I don't like to have it too aged as I think the flavour gets too strong and intense. So the first thing we'll do today is get the egg yolks going in the water bath. So we're going to crack the eggs and remove the white, and then we'll pop them in a backpack bag and seal it up, and then we're going to cook that in the water bath for 30 to 40 minutes at 68 degrees until it gets a custard texture. The next thing that we're going to do is get the potatoes ready. So we'll peel the potatoes and then we're going to slice them on the mandolin with the little teeth insert, and that's going to make some really nice fine straw potatoes. Once they're all sliced, we're going to put them in some really cold water and wash off all that starch. Now we've washed the potatoes of all the starch, and then we're going to fry them at 160 degrees until all the bubbles stop in the oil, which means that all the water has evaporated, so they'll be nice and crispy. Drain them off well and then put them on some paper and then season them with some salt and leave them to cool. So the next thing would be to make the pickled walnut puree. So I've got some here ready made, but what we do in the restaurant is basically take the jar of pickled walnuts like we've got here and we'd strain off the liquid, and then we'd set that with agar. So the next thing to do would be to get everything organised for the tartare. So the venison would just trim off any sinew, and then we're going to dice that really nice and fine. So slice it into pieces, and then we'll go through into strips, and then we'll go back through and dice it into small pieces, probably half a centimetre or less. And then the other bits that are going to accompany it are going to be diced shallots, so we'll brunoise a shallot. And then after that we've got some pickled mustard leaf, so well, it's fermented actually, so dice that up nice and small as well to go with the shallots. So the next thing, now we've got everything diced and ready to go, is we're going to mix it all together. So we'll start with the venison in the bowl, and then we're going to put some oil in there. We're going to add the pickled mustard leaf, the shallots. We've also got some pickled mustard seeds here, and then we're going to go salt, pepper and some Worcester sauce, and we're going to mix it all together and then just taste it for seasoning. So now the egg yolks have gone to sort of custard consistency in the water bath, we'll take them out, and then we're just going to whisk them up, and then we're going to add the smoked water. So we just add a little bit of that to the egg yolks and some salt and whisk it all together, and that gives the egg yolks a really nice smoky flavour which complements the meat really nicely. So once that's whisked up, we'll transfer that into a squeezy bottle, and then we're ready to plate up. So to plate the dish, we're going to get a small ring, metal ring, and we're going to take the venison mix and pat that down so it's nice and flat inside the ring, and then we're going to remove the ring, and then the next step is to take the pickled walnut puree and swirl that around the outside of the meat, and then after that we will get the smoked egg yolk puree, dot that on top of the tartare so that every time you take a spoon of tartare you get a little bit of egg, and then finally we're going to finish it with the straw potatoes all over the top. Be very generous as they're very tasty. So there we have venison tartare with smoked egg yolk puree, pickled walnut and straw potatoes.